thinking with my dipstick today. I just drove by the pasture gate looking at my creep feeder. I just completely drove by it, smiling at looking at it the whole way by. I got like 200 feet past the pasture gate and I'm like, wait, I was supposed to go pick that creep feeder up. Anyway, I got the 4020 here. Creep feeder's over there. So we opened up the gate to let the cows out to the other side of the pasture, which means I want to move the creep feeder to over by the buildings. So what I'm gonna do is hook up to it with the 4020, and I'm actually gonna go back to the main farm because I just called up Light Breed Feed. I'm having them send me a load of feed for the calves, and I'm gonna take it out there, set the creep panels down, or maybe just one side, and that way it'll be closer to the buildings. Hopefully I can kind of finesse them out of the pasture because I want to let this side of the pasture grow back, and then as the grass stops growing back closer to this fall, I'll let them back out here to finish it off. So I'm gonna open the gate up, go over, pick up the far creep panel, pick up the jacks, and then take it over to the main farm where they are currently mixing a load to bring out. Creep feeder loaded up. We're gonna head out to my place and set it up. Happy. Yeah, there's a load on there. Trying to take it nice and easy as I'm coming into the pasture so I don't tip the feeder over. That seems like a pretty good spot. I'm gonna go ahead and set the jack down. Looks like so far the flex seal's holding up fairly well. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the creep feeder up for calves. I'm gonna drop the creep panels, at least on this side. I filled the other side up with the rest of the all stock feed that I had left. And I'm gonna go ahead and raise the gate here to let just a little feed out so that if the calves are in here and they want to eat, they can, but I want to make it kind of difficult for them to peg out on it, I guess you could say. They've been on full feed, but I think that it's time to just kind of slowly work them up on this feed mix that we mixed for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the door. When the calves have been out to pasture, it's hard to know that they are on full feed. Whenever I'd bring out feed to them, they'd eat it all up, and it just kind of depends on how often they come in, which is why I'm erring on the side of caution, and I don't want to just put a bunch of feed in here for the calves to eat and have them start to bloat up on me. There we go. I'm gonna narrow it down just a little bit. Maybe take it back 1 or 2 holes. We got the creep panels down, we got the feed inside. I've got a bunch of all stock feed over on this side. The cows, the second they discover all this, they're gonna come and munch that down. I've got this side locked so the cows can't push the door open to get any feed. And then once they eat that up, I'll probably drop this side down as well for the calves to eat out of. But this is mostly to help attract the cows to the feeder again since I moved it. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out with the 40/20. I'm gonna go get some salt blocks in the morning when I pay for this. I'm gonna bring the salt blocks out, set them next to it, so that way the salt blocks are over on this side of the farm and we should be good to go. A few days ago, I received a phone call from Murray's in Lancaster, which is where I got the creep feeder from. And pretty much what he said was, "You didn't tell me you were famous." Well, I don't really like throwing that around all that much. I just wanted to get a creep feeder. So I had gotten my creep feeder from Murray's in Lancaster, and it is a Werk Weld. So I guess Werk Weld saw the video of me taking that home, and they called up Murray's and she said, "Hey, we want to pay for this mineral feeder here for Ryan." So got a creep feeder from Werk Weld. I just want to give them a quick thanks for sending it down. You guys didn't have to. I don't expect free anything, but it was very nice of you to do it. So anyway, I went to Leibfried's and I got a couple salt blocks. I actually have a salt block here and a mineral block. This is still mostly salt too, but instead of putting 2 trace mineral blocks in, I'm just putting 1 salt block in. Just kind of felt like it. There's no real reason for me choosing to do so. This mineral feeder has 3 different compartments, so I'm going to put these in there. That way, as the cows pass by, they can lick at them as much as they want. The reason you want a mineral feeder like this is because when you throw the salt blocks out in the pasture, what happens is they'll get rained on, they'll essentially melt over time. And by having this little rubber flap here, it helps keep the rain off it, and they don't melt into the ground, and they can't be stomped into the ground either. Since yesterday, the cows definitely found the feed. So, looks like some calves have been running around in here as well. They've definitely eaten up some of that grain. They haven't pigged out on it, which is exactly what I want. It's basically just here to supplement them as they walk by it. And for some reason, the cows just love walking up into the barnyard. So, they walk by here all the time, and this is probably the best spot for it. So, just got to keep an eye on the feed inside it to make sure they don't run out. And I'll probably be down here checking on it every day. On, Rocket, want to race? Later, loser. Looks like I'm the loser now. Eat my dust! Oh, hey guys, sorry about that. They are looking beefy, which is good. been a couple weeks since I bulk ordered creep feed for my calves, and it's still down here below the buildings, and I put both of the creep panels down. Now if you take a gander on the inside, you can definitely tell that the calves have been munching away on it. So I'm just gotta keep a close eye on what they're eating out of here. And I'd say they have several weeks yet before I'll need to worry about getting another order of feed. I just opened the steer lot gate because there haven't been any cattle in the steer lot all summer long, and it's pretty overgrown. So I installed a cattle rub in the gateway going into the barnyard. So what the cows got to do, they got to walk through there and walk around. And I hope to get them all coming through here to get that cattle rub, or at least brush up against it, because I applied a bunch of insecticide on it. And I noticed that the flies were getting pretty bad here a couple days ago, so I went and bought the cattle rub and mounted it. And I've been watching them. They've been going in there, at least some of them have. And it's been working pretty good. I haven't had any issues with it, but I want to get all of them to run through it. And if I open up this steer lot gate, I know that I'm going to get the cows to come in. And maybe I can close the gate on them out into the client pasture, because we have not been able to get all of the cows together. They like to separate. When they're in smaller groups, they like to stick together, but I've noticed that they like to hang out in groups of no bigger than 10 usually. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys an update on how the creep feed's been going for the calves. I've been noticing that they are gaining weight fairly well. Again, I'm not trying to make them fatten up. I'm just trying to bulk them up and help their growth a little bit. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other ones. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all How Farms Work. And don't forget to leave a comment if you're interested in winning a How Farms Work hat. Thanks for watching, guys.